You see all the demons that you love and the personas you love from the games. Y'all should check it out. I know we're not getting a new persona anytime soon, but SMT5 is here. Yo, oh my God. SMT5, oh, and it's coming this year.
Breathe,
Yo,
breathe. You gotta breathe. You gotta breathe, Michael.
Greg.
Yeah, I know. We're very excited.
Greg, it's coming this year.
I know.
November 12th.
I can't wait, champ. I can't wait.
November 12th. This is the thing I've been waiting for. Oh my God. Yes, SMT5. You know the vibes.
We get the vibes for sure. See, Jackie, that's how I would talk about Bayonetta 3 news.
Yeah.
If I had any. 4 years! 4 years!
You know what, though? Fatal Frame?
Fatal Frame?
Yeah. You both of you were going nuts about that, so.
Yeah, I brought my cell phone today, so in a way I manifested Fatal Frame, a game where you take photographs. So, yeah, I'm just excited to see this game. It's coming to multiple platforms as well, but it's going to be, I think, you really get that feeling of, like, you are the photographer when you're playing on the Switch, because if you're playing in handheld mode, it's going to feel really immersive in a way it might not otherwise if you're just playing on your couch. So I'm excited to see what they can do there. It's going to be nice to revisit it for people that haven't played it. Nice survival horror out there. So, you know, a little bit of the darker side of Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, and they said it's not only coming to Switch, it's coming to almost all of the current gen consoles, which is also really cool for people who didn't get to play it when it was only on the Wii U in 2014. And I think it's like a cool introductory because I have a friend, Captain Flowers, hates Wii type of games, and he's like, oh no, this is my game. It's horror, it's scary, and I get to take pictures of ghosts. And I'm like, okay, bud, pop off.
This game looks absolutely horrifying. I haven't played Fatal Frame, but okay, I'm bored for it. But honestly, some of the other things that I was excited about, Danganronpa, Decadence, Doom Eternal, DBZ Kakarot, these were games that I was forced to play on my PC, and I was just like, man, I wish I could just like grab my Switch and just hop in my bed and play this and relax. So I don't know, were there any titles that you were like, oh, I'm so happy this is on Switch now?
Yeah, Danganronpa is that.
For sure.
So shouts out to my homegirl, Callie Plaguey. She's been wanting people to play, and she's a big Danganronpa stan. And I played the first one. I haven't gotten to 2 or V3, but now it's on Switch. I think that's a perfect fit for Switch too, because that's another game where you don't necessarily want to sit down and like solve a murder mystery or go through all of Hope's Peak Academy and figure out who murdered who. But you can do that on Switch now, and I think those games are really special, man. Like the plot twists, even though I only played one, the plot twists are wild. There's no other. I don't think there's any other kind of murder mystery game quite like it. And Monokuma, oh my God, I hate Monokuma so much. And y'all should find out why you should hate Monokuma as well.
Monokuma is like adorable and the scariest villain I've ever met. Also, I've cosplayed as Junko Inoshima a few times. I'm a big fan of the collection. Damon, I'm going to put you in the hot seat here.
Here we go.
You got to be a Tekken fan, so I'm sure you got pretty excited today.
To be?
I mean, you like retro games. I mean, maybe I was being a little presumptuous there.
Tekken 3 on the PlayStation was the last Tekken game I played. But I mean, that was a cool announcement for Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
Smash Brothers Cross Tekken. Right.
Anyone else hyped about that?
I'm hyped about having Kazuya from Tekken. Because everyone has those lists of characters that they kind of expect to come to Smash because like, oh, that's easy money. I didn't expect a Tekken character, so Kazuya Mishima from Tekken, that's pretty good. I'm a little heated though because I wanted Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza, but you know what? I get it. We've been asking for too long, but this is a good fit because the thing about when they bring over characters for Smash is that they always incorporate elements from their game. And the same thing with bringing Ryu to Smash, where he plays like a fighting game character. It's the same thing. Like a lot of these animations and movesets remind me of how Kazuya plays in Tekken. So that's dope. That's really cool to see.
All right, Dan, I see you nodding your head over there.
Yeah, I love Tekken. I'm excited to see him join the roster. I was just a little affronted as a Kirby main, one of the proud, the few, to see him do my little marshmallow boy dirty like that. And for everyone out there being like, well, he floated back up. Yeah, I know he floated back up. I know how to play Kirby. That's why I main him. It's the principle of it. Leave me alone.
Oh, you're talking about the memes. All the memes are good.
Go to his Twitter. Go to, there have been some great memes
Those fan artists are fast. I saw someone already, they did an illustration of what Kirby would look like if he were to inhale Kazuya, and it looks pretty great.
Oh, I think the best one I've seen is the Breath of the Wild 2, Link going right into Lady D. Can you share that with me? Wow. That was Greg. I'm sure that wasn't Greg. Okay, I assumed it was Avi. I'm so sorry.
It's like, where are we dropping from?
Yeah, I was like, who would have shared that with me? Okay, it was Greg, my bad. But let's just go down the line really quickly, and I just would like everyone to just break down what was your favorite part about the Nintendo Directs.
Metroid Dread for me. That was a really nice surprise. we don't have to wait very long. It's coming later on this year. It's just so cool to get another mainline entry in the Metroid series, Metroid 5, basically, actually continuing Samus's story and apparently concluding it.
Emmy. Horrifying.
Yeah.
Horrifying. Why was she scaring me so much?
It's because it's like this contrast of like you expect it to be this like gnarly alien planet, but it is this really crisp, clean, technological horror where it's this unrelenting robot that is apparently used to be something to extract your DNA to hunt you down. So it is. I was reading the lore in between this, so that's apparently what it used to do. So now it's just like this tyrant-esque monster that just follows you around relentlessly, and yeah, it's super spooky. I love the sound design, that like gentle beeping. It's really creepy.
Beep. Absolutely. Avi. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, do I even need to ask?
Hey, Shin Megami Tensei 5. If y'all play Persona,
you're cut off.
Go through the origins. The origins of Persona is in SMT. Y'all should peep it.
That's it? Oh, I thought you were going to go on.
No, respect y'all time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, you did have the spotlight for just a little bit there.
I'll be fast so Dan can get his in. Breath of the Wild 2, super excited for. WarioWare, I live in the chaos. That's why G4 picked me up. So all those mini games look good. And then, of course, Calamity expansion, DLC. That's going to be cool.
I'm going to do what Greg so eloquently teed up, Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp for some strategy RPG gaming that really reminds me of my own mortality.
All right, I'm going to pick Breath of the Wild 2 and Metroid as well. I don't know. I can't wait to meet Emmy, but hopefully she doesn't suck my DNA out. But anyway, more here from E3 2021, including Bandai Namco presents House of Ashes. That and a whole lot more as E3 rolls on.
I am rather in love with the Nintendo Switch. It's a good throwback for me as someone who, took her Game Boy everywhere she went. Now I can, and here it is, right? Now I can just take my Switch everywhere I go. I can play it wherever I am. It's such an easy thing to just pick up and put down, like you're not as committed as when I'm sitting down to play something on a PC or a console, like there's a bigger time investment. With the Switch, I just start it up. Like, how many Pokemon have I photographed whilst being on the toilet? I can't even tell you.
As a part of Play For All, GameSpot will be bringing you the latest gaming news and announcements, interviews with developers, the biggest press conferences, and lots more. Play For All is our yearly online event that combines the excitement and announcements of E3 with charity live streams the following week with lots of special guests who are going to help us raise money for able gamers. So join us in June for E3 and Play For All on GameSpot.com, YouTube.com/GameSpot, Twitch.tv/GameSpot, and as a part of E3's official broadcast. See you then.
篝火营地是中国领先的游戏媒体，创立于2018年，致力于为全世界的中文游戏玩家提供专业、精准、迅速的资讯情报。篝火营地立足于中国，与多家国际一流游戏媒体同行达成正式内容合作关系，源源不断地将最新鲜的游戏资讯第一时间带给全球中文游戏玩家。自成立以来，篝火营地在全网的内容浏览量已经超过5亿，服务了数百万的读者和玩家。我们的愿景是做游戏文化传播者。您可以在全球各大手机应用市场下载篝火营地 APP， 或者访问3w.gamebonfire.com 来加入游戏传播者的行列。
iHeartRadio is a proud partner of E3 2021 and the #1 podcast publisher in the U.S. Listen to all your favorite shows on the iHeartRadio app.
IGN Summer of Gaming has officially partnered with the ESA for E3 2021. IGN Summer of Gaming is now all summer long. From major press conferences and announcements at E3 2021 to the IGN Expo with exclusive gameplay and reveals to exciting first looks at the hottest new games and in-depth developer interviews, IGN Summer of Gaming has it all. IGN Summer of Gaming begins right now.
Me? I'm on E3? Oh, it's the camera! Ow. I'm on E3. Oh my god, what should I do? What should I do? Oh wait, I need to be brand safe. Ninja said he was gonna help me. He's on E3, I think. He's on E3. Okay, I'm gonna call Ninja. Ninja, please be online, Ninja. Okay. Discord. Oh, here it is. Calling Ninja. Oh my god! It's you! Holy bleep! Dude, I can't believe you're here!
Did you just bleep yourself?
Yes!
Okay.
This is a very family-friendly convention, E3.
It is.
I am
E3,
so
very
excited.
So just so I know, for Cody, so you're a new host of G4. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Adam Sassler is my master, and I'm his Padawan. Can I fly by some jokes on you?
Let me see it. Let's go.
Okay,
I'm ready.
okay. This is a really good joke, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Your career just left. Sorry. Was that too much? What, you're not laughing. What's wrong?
Why you gotta go there?
These nuts?
Got him!
That was good! That's brand friendly.
It's a classic These Nuts joke, right?
Yes.
A classic These Nuts joke, right? You gotta hit me with the Sugma,
Yeah.
the Ligma, okay? The Sugma, the Ligma, and then what's the other one? Candace.
Uh-huh.
That's a classic Candace. That's a good one.
Candace.
I every day.
Oh, wait, that was probably bad. Okay, never mind. Ninja, I have so many questions for you. Because, well, first, I'm on E3, and as you can tell, I keep having to bleep myself out. I need to learn how to be brand safe.
I've seen some of your stuff.
Okay.
There's a couple things that a parent might hear that's like, Joseph!
Okay, hold on.
What are you watching?
Okay, wait, how about this?
I like it because I think that they would laugh at it, and the parents obviously are intelligent enough to know that they're not because their spawn is sitting in front of them.
Right.
That's actually okay.
That's good,
okay.
right? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
some Nico level comedy.
Yeah, exactly. And also, what do kids like these days? Minecraft, Dream. They love Dream.
Oh my God, they're obsessed with Dream.
Yeah.
All those guys, Tubbo, Dream, freaking Tommy
Innit.
Innit. I mean,
Yeah.
they could fart into a microphone and go viral.
I can fart.
There you go, farting.
Oh, so that is funny.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's funny. That was a wet one.
Oh my God. Oh my
I
God.
think I just.
Yikes.
Yikes. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk. Yeah.
I haven't even begun to peek. It's coming.
It's coming. Oh my God, I can't wait.
You nailed this for brand safety. So,
You think so?
You're ready.
I'm so ready. Got it. I'm really excited. This is awesome.
Miko, you're awesome. If you actually do want a game, I don't know. I'll follow you on Twitter if I don't already, and then just DM me or anything, and we can set something up. Okay?
Yay! That'd be so cool.
Bye.
Thank you. Streaming time. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Signing off. Goodbye. Should I do that again? Was that too much?
Okay, so you signed up willingly to work with Code Miko.
To be fair, when I signed with G4, I did not know that she would be employed. But yes, that is my coworker. You thought Avali was the weirdest one. No, it's her. It's her. G4 is going to be great, folks.
I just can't wait to see your interaction with Code Miko.
Honestly, I don't know if I'm ready for that, personally.
I can't wait to watch that. So let me know when that goes down.
I'll tell you what I can't wait to do.
Tell us, Greg.
Get to my PC and go to Steam. If you go to Steam right now, you'll find on the very front page an E3 link. There it is. You click on it, and guess what? You get to see each and every game we've talked about, showcase, had anything to do with during our 4 days here. Of course, you can wish list, you can pre-order, you can have a good time. Wait for it. There it is. Go get To the Rescue right there. Click on that. That's the one. They need you. Fallen Aces. Click on that one. Go for Cat Cafe Manager. Everything from Freedom Games.
Yeah, everything for free. We keep putting them over, and for no reason, because they're great. So yeah, get all those games. Wish list them all.
And hey, while you're spending money, have you ordered your E3 merch yet? If not, check out e3expo.com/shop and get your order in today.
Bomber jackets on point.
Very nice.
Long enough for us.
I know,
Did you
right?
know this is sleeve
I
length?
know, it's very nice.
Really good.
Now, the big question is, what would you guys like to see here from Bandai Namco Presents House of Ashes?
I am not familiar with this, but I have been told that it is scary. And I don't do well with scary.
Yeah.
You know, you asked about Code Miko. It's scary. I don't know if I can handle that.
That's a different kind of scary.
Yeah,
That is a much different.
So I'm looking forward to, a different kind of tone of presentation.
Would you like me to hold your hand during this presentation?
Sure, Puppy. I'm okay with that. That's great.
Yeah, if you're not familiar, everybody, of course, this is going to be Bandai Namco. I still want to say Namco Bandai. It's when they changed the name, it was years ago, and it still screws me up to this day. Of course, they're working with Supermassive Games on the Dark Picture Anthology, a whole bunch of different horror games that are coming out in quick succession. This is the third one in the anthology already, but if you didn't know them before, of course, Supermassive made Until Dawn, a breakout PlayStation hit that then led to this deal. Of course, they've done Man of Medan already. Now they did Little Hope, and now it's time to see more of House of Ashes. And so, yeah, this one's an exciting, different thing, right, Jackie?
Well, I have been closely monitoring every trailer, any gameplay that has dropped on this, and it is so scary. Like, I really cannot emphasize that enough. But for me, it has to be more than scary, and it has to be more than these terrifying aliens. For some reason, the story really hits with me, and you can also tell that they've invested so much time into this project, and I'm really hoping we get more of an inside look here, because I am on board, and it is bloody and gory and aliens, and I'm here for it. Yeah,
of course.
Not your cup of tea, but 100% mine.
You know what? Hey, I'm here for it, though. I'm gonna watch it all.
Opposing forces get dropped into a Sumerian temple, right? And all sorts of supernatural elements start popping out. We'll see what's going on here. So, Golden Boy, we need you to get psyched up. We need you to get ready for the skits.
I'm excited to watch it. I'm going to be very scared. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go over to the media area, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna be horrified because it's gonna be great. It's time though for our next presenter, and here with their 2021 E3 presentation is Bandai Namco presents House of Ashes.
An ancient horror has awoken from its slumber and is hungry for blood. Shall we see how many have fallen into shadow?
Satellite sweeps of the war zone have uncovered what appears to be an underground storage facility. But I strongly suspect it's where chemical weapons are hidden, so we need to move fast.
Ready to go dark. To descend into the unknown alone is extremely brave.
Man out, hold fire.
Or extremely foolish.
We're gonna psyop this shit.
Brothers in arms, or will it be a case of each man for himself?
Get down! They're up on the ridge! Return fire!
You teeter on the edge of an abyss. Your survival depends on the choices you make. They will be as a compass, guiding you through the unknown.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
What nightmare have these luckless souls fallen into?
You keep lookout.
Lookout? Lookout for what?
One by one, their lights will be snuffed out. Unless you can find the means to save them. Trapped beneath the earth. Swallowed
Let's go.
by the void. Will you find the path to salvation? Or be lost in the darkness forever?
We're here at Supermassive to talk about the next game in the Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. And I'm joined by exec producer Dan. How you doing?
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Right,
Really cool.
so let's start at the very start. We're going to be talking about House of Ashes for most of the interview, but for those that don't know, tell us about the Dark Pictures anthology.
The Dark Pictures is a series of narrative, story-driven, branching horror stories. Each one is standalone. They each tell a different story, completely separated from the others, but within the same universe, so there is connection between them all. House of Ashes is set at the end of the Iraq War in 2003, with links 4,000 years ago that set the story up.
So tell us more about the theme and themes, I suppose, within House of Ashes.
It starts off with a military unit. They've got some new technology that can look for weapons of mass destruction underground. They think they've identified something in the Zagros Mountains in Iraq, and then as part of that, they come into conflict with an Iraqi unit. Then there's a pitched firefight, and then the two groups are plunged underground. There's an earthquake of some sort, and it's revealed that there's a hidden temple underground, these big massive structures, but these different groups, they're all separated, radio contact is lost, and they're submerged in this black darkness.
Where on God's green earth have we landed?
And then they're going to start hearing things and seeing things, and people are going to start disappearing.
What the f just happened?
So this time, it's a very real threat.
All of the Dark Pictures games, they all pull something from real life or from history, from fact. What's the case with the myth or historical part of House of Ashes?
So we love looking at and reading myths and legends and stories and doing our research, and we know our fans love it as well because there's something that they can link into afterwards, and I love doing that when I'm playing games and watching movies myself. So this one's set 4,000 years ago, the Akkadian Empire, and this terrible evil that happened. We had this self-proclaimed god king, Naram Sin, and he essentially cursed his people. He sacked this temple and brought famine and devastation to his own people. And so a lot of the history is lost, but we've done a lot of research about it. And then we had a lot of happy accidents that linked into the story we wanted to tell. And the fun thing for us is we get to do our own take on it. We get to twist it, and obviously we've made our own truth from it.
At the end of the sneak peek, the trailer, we saw monsters. Tell us a bit more about what's going on there.
The military unit that you're playing as, they don't really know what they're coming up against. They're not human, they're bigger, they're larger, they're faster. The team aren't going to know if there's one or two of them, or hundreds or thousands of them. And that's kind of the threat with this. You know, they've got guns, maybe they could try and take one of them down. But maybe there's another one around the corner, or maybe there's a group of them, and maybe they're going to get ambushed.
Maybe they're like a cluster.
Exactly,
and they all pop
a
out at
nest,
once.
as it were.
Yeah.
And it's been really fun to work on and see these things move around and how horrific they can be. They're different to us. They perceive the world in a different way. Getting little snippets of it in the darkness, and did I see that? Was it something that moved? Or is it actually just one of the other soldiers that's stuck in the catacomb?
Who's there?
We like to try and misdirect people on things, you know, that did you see something, did you not? And that's a great thing within horror, that you think you're going to be scared right now, and we're not going to scare you now. We'll scare you in a minute when you're not expecting it.
It's always coming.
Yeah, always.
So should we expect a huge amount of peril in the game?
Definitely. We love to do it. You know, it's fun for us to work on. It's horrific as it is, and we know that our fans love it as well. So yeah, there's at least 60 unique deaths, and there's a whole ton of variation on that as well. So Merwin and some of the others, you're going to see different things happening to them depending on how you play it out, you know, getting ripped and shredded and torn. And because there's a firefight, there's going to be bullets flying as well and all kinds of stuff. And it's not just the deaths, it's the gore that goes along with it, and, you know, lots of blood.
Wicked. It sounds absolutely terrifying. I'm in.
No, not gonna lie, man. It's pretty bad.
What differences have you made or changes have you made to the gameplay and mechanics for House of Ashes?
We're always evolving the Dark Pictures. We listen to a lot of the feedback from our fans, and also our team, what they want to do, how they want to push things forward. So we tried some stuff in Little Hope with you know, more camera control, 360 cameras at certain parts, and we've really leaned on that again, and it really works well. In House of Ashes, lots of the game is set underground, and so these sort of corridors, which are really tight and oppressive.
Creepy.
Yeah, indeed. So we've had to learn, because you take away the fixed cameras, and that takes away some opportunities for horror. But we've had to learn new tricks to scare people and, you know, ramp up the tension and you know, the chance for jump scares, which we know some people love. We've also got a new torch mechanic, so you know, it's military themed. So these guys are going to be walking around with weapons, with torches mounted on them. We love the lighting that we do, the sort of really inky black darkness that we have, and sort of the contrast to the bright areas. And so you're going to need to lean on that torch to allow you to see where you're going, what the threat is, and that kind of stuff. We've also done things like added difficulty settings to this game. So in Little Hope, we added you know, QTE warning icons as an example, and we've got some really good positive feedback about that, but also some people want to turn that off. We want to allow you to play the game in your way. So with our accessibility settings and difficulty settings, if you want to have a more casual experience, you can change those settings. Still, most of your characters are going to end up dead, but, you know, that's
Spoilers,
what happens,
yeah,
indeed.
but that's what we come here for. That's
Yeah.
okay, we can deal with it. So I've got to ask, what was it like working with Ashley?
So Ashley was fantastic. She researched Rachel. She understood her when she came on the set, which is so refreshing. She knew her inside out. And Rachel is a flawed character, so she brought that through so fantastically. The rest of the cast were fantastic as well.
When we were looking for Joey, Salim helped me.
You didn't tell me this because...
You'd flip your shit.
We want you to connect to these characters and understand them as humans. We want them to seem real because they're real to us. You know, we spend a long time designing them, and I don't mind if you hate any one individual character, because you don't like everyone in real life. But maybe you'll like them when you see the journey they go on.
Maybe you'll like them once they're dead and you feel bad about it.
And you feel bad about it, definitely.
Yeah.
But also we want you to save them. We want you to try and save them. You know, we know that some people want to get everyone killed straight away, and that's fine. That's their playthrough. Cool. That's what they want to do. But, you know, can you get everyone out alive and save as many as you can?
There's a lot of replayability there.
Indeed,
Goes on forever. I like that. So, last question. Favourite scene?
Favourite scene? So, Salim, our Iraqi soldier, and Jason Kolchak, one of the Marines that's there, there's a way that can play out, and a sort of contest between them, and you can make it go in a number of different ways.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's really emotional. Seeing them film it, I was lucky enough to be there, and then seeing that come through in game, I think we've got something there. I think that's gold. And then, of course, I love scaring people, so I love the jump scares. I love the moments of tension. that we bring. We can't hold you in that moment, so we've got some fantastic jokes in there as well to allow you to relax for a moment before we scare you again.
To take your mind off the imminent threat. I like that. Dan, thank you so much. This has been really cool to talk about, and I'm sure, you know, I'm excited and terrified in equal part, and everyone else is just excited, I'm sure of it.
And it's been a real pleasure to speak to you, and I can't wait to get it into people's hands.
It's going to happen.
Before we dive in the House of Ashes, see how scared you got, of course, we want to thank Razer for being one of the E3 2021 sponsors, of course, giving us these tired old blades nobody cares about. But this Blade 14 RTX 3080 built right in, of course, the Razer
I'm taking that.
Thank you so much. No, I'm taking that.
Okay, we'll fight.
Okay, well,
we've done it before.
You know what? I'll take the hand-me-down. I'll be little brother. I'll take the outdated. Nobody wants these anymore, right? Doesn't worry. Golden Boy, you just saw the Dark Pictures anthology.
Yeah.
Your first glimpse of it. We have some reactions from you.
Oh, you do?
They were recording you. They said you were a little scared, not terrified.
Not terrified, thankfully, because you know it was just a normal trailer, which is fine. There's my face.
You're unsettled for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, you don't like that. You
don't like that. No, not a fan of that one either. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that was one of the jump scares in the trailer. I got the willies there at the end too. Yeah. I am not crazy about horror. I was actually talking to the crew at the back, and I said, it really takes a very twisted mind to come up with these things. But it is impressive, though.
Yeah.
Right? You heard there in the interview, Dan saying like, oh yeah, I love the jump scares. I live for the jump scares. It's
60 different death animations is what that was something he wanted to make sure, because of course this is a choose your own adventure. If you've never played a Dark Picture anthology, right? You are moving characters in a third person. You jump around. It's like you're watching a movie. You make choices. Those choices leads to different permutations, different setups, different settings, which leads to different deaths or no deaths if you're really, really good. But that's the idea, right? Is that you're playing in your own horror movie is developing, and then gives you the reason to replay it.
Yeah. Also, a pleasant surprise for me was that Ashley Tisdale is in it. I didn't know that going into it, which I was like, wow, this is definitely an upgrade from High School Musical. Like this is definitely a quick turnaround. Big different genre. But yeah, and I think also because we had the VO panel yesterday, which was great. Yeah. And it just goes to show, right? Like the impact that video games are having. Hollywood stars coming in, lending their voice, lending their face, their acting, their skills to this, really bringing these characters to life is just going to add even more layers to this horror.
And that's a huge thing. If you've never played before, performance capture is a huge deal for Supermassive. They go through, they use the facial animation. They want you to feel like you're watching a movie. So we will see soon enough how the Dark Pictures anthology pans out this time around with House of Ashes. But for now, let's toss it over to the one, the only, Jackie Jane.
Brothers in arms, or each man for himself. Survival depends on choice. Will you find the path to save everyone, or be lost in the darkness? I'm sorry, I'm just a little excited about this title. Dan, I saw you taking lots of notes. You were taking notes about the mechanics, actually, but I know you're really thrilled with the story as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I am here for this. So.
Well, I'm a big old history nerd, so I was super stoked to hear more about the setting. It's really tying in a lot of ancient lore about the Akkadian Empire. You have Naram Sin, this guy who declared himself like the god king of the Akkadian Empire and desecrated this temple, and now it's coming back to haunt us in modern day. It's also interesting to use the Iraq War as a setting. It is definitely a fraught time period and event during which to set a game, but also I think a rich sort of backdrop for horror into this setting, because you're tapping into sort of Mesopotamian mythology of Pazuzu, this king of wind demons who's tormenting all of these soldiers, and I'm really excited to see what they can do. Look, I told you I was taking notes, I did some research. I'm excited. I can't wait to experience all 60 death animations.